Well folks, it's Colin here from Sparing Outdoors, and as you can see I'm out in a canoe and we're paddling down to a wee campsite called the Canoe Campsite on the Blackwater River, and I'm going to go there for tonight and have a wee wild camp. That's the plans, and we'll just wing it from there.
Town in the county down one morning last July. Down a boring green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. Oh, she looked so sweet from her 2 white feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Sure, the coaxing elf, I had to shake myself to make sure I was standing there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. As she onward sped and I shook my head and I gazed with a feeling rare, and I said, says I, to a passer-by, who's the girl with the nut brown hair? Well, he looked at me with a smile and said he's the gem of Ireland's crown. She's young Rose McCann from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown Colleen that I met in the county down. Travel a bit, but I ne'er was hit since my roving career it began. And fair and square I surrendered there to the charms of young Rose McCann. With a heart to let to no tenant yet did I meet with a shawl or a gown. But in she went, I asked no rent from the star of the county down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin.
Hey folks, it's Colin here from Sparing Outdoors, and I've just paddled down the river Blackwater to the Canoe Campsite, which I'm standing on here now. And tonight's plan is literally just get the wee tent up and get a wee fire going and get some dinner on. And well, deciding whether I want to cook on the fire or cook on the stove, because I've got a new stove and I'm dying to test it out. And that's pretty much the plans for this evening. I'll have a wee tipple and just relax. This wee camp's just all about. I've been that busy lately with the house and work and baby. It's a helicopter. I just wanted to get out for a wee bit of solitude and sit out and enjoy myself. So we'll see what the crack is. I've got a fishing rod with me. I might go fishing. I'll see how I feel. But that's pretty much it. I'm just sort of winging it here. And maybe go for a longer paddle in the morning and go home. So thanks for watching. So that's the accommodation setup for tonight. It's just my lavu, my Polish lavu. And my sleeping gear is the army bedroll, already sleeping bag, wee pillow and a wee inflatable mattress, just for a nice cozy sleep. And as you can see, I've got an ensuite. But anyway, I'll get this set up and I'll show you how the wee army bedroll looks and where wee sleeping quarter ends up. So that's the bedroll. It literally is just like it's just a big bag, and you have these 2 sheets that you can interlock into it and lie in. But I'm actually just going to lie on top. I was going to put my airbed on top of it and just use the blankets loose because it's going to be too warm. And that's really all I'm using. I'm really just using it as a roll mat. Then I'll use the blankets to bed it out, and maybe use one of the blankets to throw over a sleeping bag and airbed. But that's about it. But that's pretty much what this is. The setup is. This is the hotel room. It's all set up, and there's my bedroll and my wee inflatable mattress, only about 2 or 3 inches thick. Wee bed to pull over if I get cold, and my little lantern for later on, and then obviously my storage boxes and waterproof bags. The thing I like about the paddling is with a canoe you can take a lot more gear with you than you would hill walking. And over here I'm all willing to leave no trace, especially on campsites. This has obviously been an old fire here, so I've just used an old bacon tray on top of some pegs for my fire pit, and there's some wood I prepared yesterday for the fire, and there's a lot of wood in around there I can get for a fire later on as well, to have a wee fire tonight and a wee tipple. But other than that, that's me all set up. I have my own wee fire lighting kit with me tonight, and I'll show you it later when I go to light the fire. That's me all set up, ready to just chill out, and that's it guys. Looking forward to a wee night out. So here's what's on the menu: noodles and chili con carne. I've had a couple of wee tipples, as you can see. Really lazy food, but I just gathered it up and went. But we'll get it on here now and try this new Evango stove out. Looks brilliant. Hopefully some tasty grub in a few minutes. Looking tasty. That's a lovely feed. Looking forward to a wee glass of wine and chili con carne and noodles. So let's have a wee taste. But it looks good to me. Like this. They're having fun. I'm just sitting here chilling out beside the river, having a wee glass of wine. I was thinking about doing some fishing, but there's a man tearing up and down, having great fun on the speedboat. So I'll leave the fishing for a wee while. Maybe I'll get up early in the morning and do a wee bit of fishing. So I might just sit here, wait till it gets dark, and then I'll light the fire and just chill around the fire. But at the minute I'm just happy, just sitting here chilling beside the river. It's just nice to get out, I suppose, into the outdoors, and you just sit there and just reflect and chill out and contemplate things. And the more I drink, the more I contemplate. But I know it's just nice to get out. Not a massive big paddle. From where I started, it's only about a kilometre, 2 kilometres away to here. So might do a wee bit of fishing in the morning and then head on down the river a wee run, and then come back up and head home, and go back to the house and start building at the house again, I suppose. But anyway, that's pretty much it. There's no music or nothing in this video. I apologise for that. But yeah, if you're ever thinking about coming to the River Blackwater and using this wee canoe campsite, it's well worth coming to. It's a nice wee spot, and I say it's wild. It's still necessarily a wild camp. It is a wild camp. Nobody else here. You have to travel down the river to get to this wee campsite. I don't know. There's a wee toilet and a couple of seats in that there, but essentially it's still a wild campsite. But yeah, it's a great spot. So if you're ever thinking about coming to the Blackwater River for a paddle, think about doing a wee overnighter at this wee campsite. It's well worth it. Nice spot. Well folks, I think it's time to light the fire. As you see, it's starting to get a wee bit dull here. I did a wee bit of fishing there for an hour, but it was wild hard. There was boats going up and down, and just a bit of spinning and I couldn't catch nothing. I only did it for about an hour. But I'll get up early in the morning and hopefully I'll get do a wee bit more spinning and see what we can catch if we get in there at that in the morning. But anyway, it's time to light the fire, and this is my wee fire lighting kit. And this is for easy fire lighting, by the way. So everything I have in this here, I've got my own flint and steel. You can't really see this, but I've got these wee natural fire lighters, which are like wax and hay and wood shavings and stuff. I sell these in the shop for a great wee job. I've got my lint from the dryer. I always collect my lint because lint's very handy. And then in this wee case here, I've actually got stormproof matches. Of wee bits of rubber and things like that. See, when you light rubber, if you get it lit, it stays lit, and then it's nearly a bomb-proof. Nothing will blow it out. So rubber's quite good to always have. You get wee bits of rubber. And then here's a wee bit of cotton wool. And this wee kit, a wee bit of cotton wool and Vaseline and things like that. So it's a simple fire lighting kit. So we'll get the fire lit. We'll sit round, have a few drinks, and I suppose go to bed and chill out and do a wee bit of fishing and paddling in the morning and go home. That's the plan. I don't think I'll be needing this. The timber, all my timber's bone dry, and as well I cut it up earlier yesterday at the workshop I saw and stuff. So it's pretty good to go. So I'll just get it lit here. I'm just going to use a wee bit of lint and the flint and one of the fire lighters, and then we'll get a wee fire going. We'll sit down and we'll have a wee chat. So for your lint, that's my lint there. Don't know if you can see it from the dryer. If you can just get it out, spread it out, fluff it up a wee bit. It's a bit like cotton wool. Fluff up the lint a wee bit. And then get down low. And strike on it, she'll take a spark, as you can see. But that's the lint caught. So I'm going to use the lint, and I'm going to use the wee natural fire lighter that I have, because they're quite good. I know this is a lazy way of lighting the fire, but it's handy. I could have used a fire lighter and a lighter, but at least keep it a wee bit traditional and use the flint and steel and flint. So we'll build up round, I don't need to build a platform, it's in my wee fire pan. So what I'll do, I'll put a good big timber on each side, and I'll build a wee platform over that, and that should catch fire. No problem at all. And all I'm looking to wee fire, just to sit around. The thing, not really for any purpose other than it creates a lovely wee atmosphere, and it's nice to be around. And sit down and have a few drinks. I'll have a few drinks in the dark, and then I'll just go to bed. So we'll see, we'll wait till this catches fire. Nah, folks, that's me and Lavy. See you in the morning. 6:30 in the morning. Let's get some breakfast, pack up, and move on. I suppose a good thing about boiling the eggs is it means I've got hot water for the coffee as well, so I'm double jobbing. We kickstart, we coffee, yeah. That's it all done now, folks. That's the tent down. The rubbish is all gathered up and threw over the wee bin beside the toilet, which is quite handy because you usually have to take the rubbish home with you. So it's quite handy using the wee canoe campsite bin. But I can't stress this enough, no matter where you go, leave no trace if possible. Because if you leave a trace, it's going to be a big problem. So that's why I always leave a trace. And I always leave a trace in the bin. the likes of here, because there's a wee campsite. I used a fire pan so it wasn't burning the grass, but if it was in the forest I just would have burnt on the ground and covered it up as best I could. But here, because it's a campsite, it's better to use a fire pan if you can. But there was a wee burn mark over here, could have burnt on anyway. But when you go to these places, always make sure leave no trace. Just take all the rubbish with you and leave it the way you found it. If not, leave it better than you found it. That's it, so packed up, let's go. That's where the tent was there. Fire pit was over there. Not a trace of rubbish in sight. And the boat's packed, ready to go. Well, that's me folks, I'm on the water again, heading back to the van. I was going to do a wee bit of fishing there, but I was talking to two fishermen there, and so there's not much happening. So I was only going to give it another hour this morning. I got nothing last night, so I'm just heading back to pack up, and I was just happy to get out and get out on a open boat again. I haven't been out on an open boat in a good while and do some J stroking, but yeah, it was nice to get out and just have a good time. And I'm really impressed with the wee stove. I must do a wee review on it. And this boat that I'm using is open boats, or Scouts boats. This is our new one, and it's quite a nice boat to paddle. It's a ribber. But anyway, I'll let you go, and I'll get some shots here of the river. My camera's very wobbly. The stand, it's not suited for a canoe. But the river, it's lovely. Flat calm. Beautiful paddle, really relaxing. So, yeah, no, just enjoying this cruising along here, and that's me all packed up. I'm in the van now, but see a lot of people doing a walk here. There must be a walk along the river by the dog walkers and walkers, so I think I might just go check that out of curiosity. Why not while I'm here?
Was to Banbridge town in the county down one morning last July. Down a boring green came a sweet Colleen, and she smiled as she passed me by. Oh, she looked so sweet from her 2 white feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair.
That's a wrap, guys. I just wanted to check this wee walk out. It's a video for another day. It's a trail, and I realise it's actually the R grade dress house, which is actually a nice area. But that'll be a video for another day. I might take the wife and the baby out round this one, because it's a nice wee trail for a buggy, and it'll be a nice day out. And that's a really beautiful location. The moral of my whole story of this upload is I just had a fab time just getting out, getting a wee paddle on, wee solo camp. That pretty much is the life. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, please subscribe and give me a wee thumbs up. Cheers, guys.